Every day, millions of people voice frustrations about their jobs, the economy, and opportunities slipping away. Yet, among the affluent, the true builders of empires, complaining seems oddly absent. This silence is not indifference, it's intelligence. It reflects a mindset honed to spot leverage, not limitations. The rich have learned that energy is a currency more valuable than time itself. To complain is to squander that energy on what cannot be altered. Instead, they redirect it toward crafting solutions, building systems, and seizing advantage. Discipline, not dissatisfaction, governs their conversations. When someone of wealth faces adversity, they view it as a calibration moment. A failed investment or a down market triggers analysis, not anger. This calm reaction reinforces their power to influence circumstances, while chronic complainers perpetually reinforce helplessness. Emotion becomes strategy, not surrender. In high-level boardrooms, language is currency. Words are assets or liabilities. Complaining signals emotional volatility and lack of control, qualities investors, partners, and clients silently disqualify. The wealthy guard their words like traders guard price positions. Every statement serves a purpose. The psychology behind this restraint is rooted in ownership. Those who feel they own their outcomes seldom complain. Ownership forces accountability, which fuels growth. People who don't own outcomes see themselves as passengers, not drivers, and passengers often gripe about the ride. A billionaire does not obsess over temporary discomfort. They view challenges through a zoomed-out lens of long-term compounding. The temporary dip in fortune, reputation, or liquidity is mere noise in a much larger system of progress. Complaints become meaningless against the backdrop of legacy. Social environments play a crucial role. The wealthy surround themselves with problem solvers, not gossipers. Complaining makes one uninvestable socially, it drags down the collective energy of forward momentum. This silent filtering process keeps their inner circle sharp, strategic, and immune to emotional clutter. Complaining also signals a lack of resourcefulness. The rich understand that money flows to those who create value in constrained situations. Instead of narrating what's unfair, they ask a sharper question: how can this limitation become leverage? That shift in thinking separates survivors from pioneers. Consider the posture of silence. It's not passive, it's potent. In negotiation, silence exerts pressure, forcing clarity and concessions. Complaining, by contrast, leaks leverage. The wealthy master silence as an instrument of control, turning every quiet pause into strategic tension. Historical fortunes are built on this principle. Rockefeller, Carnegie, modern tech founders, all faced public criticism, regulation, downturns. But none wasted time lamenting. They focused on restructuring, repositioning, and rebuilding. Each crisis became the crucible for evolution, not complaint. The emotional discipline of the wealthy is not innate, it's trained through repetition. Early in their journeys, they learned that complaining repels opportunity. Every executive, investor, or creator who grew past struggle internalized the same lesson: composure earns confidence, while complaint erodes it. In behavioral economics, the habit of complaining reflects a scarcity mindset. It assumes external forces control one's outcomes. The affluent counter that bias with data-driven optimism, a confidence in their capacity to influence systems, to interpret setbacks as feedback loops guiding future gains. Complaining also disrupts emotional equilibrium, wasting focus that could amplify wealth. The rich preserve emotional bandwidth carefully, treating calmness as capital. Stress management, mindfulness, and delegation free them from trivial irritations. Mastery of emotion equals mastery of decision-making. While the middle class might vent frustration aloud, the wealthy vent it into innovation. Instead of sharing problems, they share prototypes. That transformation, from verbal reaction to tangible creation, is the alchemy of wealth. They don't discuss obstacles, they architect around them. Silence in the face of difficulty communicates resilience to networks and markets. When investors stay calm amid volatility, confidence multiplies. Markets mimic the strongest emotional presence in the room. Wealthy individuals know that complaining destabilizes perception, composure commands trust. Culturally, complaining bonds groups through shared negativity. But the elite form bonds through shared purpose. Their social currency is progress, not pity. Conversations revolve around vision, scalability, and execution, not venting or victimhood. Energy alignment becomes the foundation of influence. Observe how complaints typically spiral into excuses. Excuses delay action, and delay costs compounding. The rich are allergic to delay because they understand the value of time's exponential potential. They act before emotion hardens into narrative, using motion, literal and mental, to dissolve discontent. Behind every fortune lies a pattern of problem-solving velocity. Complaining slows that velocity. When conflict arises, wealthy minds accelerate analysis, decision, and deployment. They know that momentum is the most irreplaceable resource, and ceding it through complaint is an unaffordable luxury. Complaints are emotionally addictive because they provide momentary validation. The rich recognize this psychological trap and replace it with metrics, not moods. They measure outcomes over opinions, progress over pity. In doing so, they detach emotion from money, a rare but learned superpower. There's also reputational calculus at play. High net worth individuals know every statement influences brand equity. Complaining signals instability, which repels collaborators. Their restraint is reputation management in motion, an awareness that silence builds mystery, and mystery builds value. The environment of wealth rewards those who internalize solutions. In elite spaces, every second counts, every decision compounds. A complaint wastes both, signaling inefficiency. Quiet efficiency, delivered consistently, outshines performative frustration every time. Even philanthropy reveals this principle. The rich see global issues not as endless things to complain about, but as scalable design problems. They fund solutions, prototype social systems, and demand measurable impact. Their mindset transforms empathy into engineering, outrage into organization. When viewed psychologically, complaining is a displacement of responsibility. Wealthy individuals invert this impulse, they absorb responsibility beyond reason. That ownership attracts further control, and control attracts outcomes that reinforce wealth. Responsibility compounds faster than capital. Media narratives often misinterpret their silence as arrogance, but it's actually protection. Silence shields them from triggering market reactions or public controversies. The habit grows from necessity, a learned emotional firewall that preserves personal and financial ecosystems. From startups to conglomerates, this mindset cascades through organizational culture. Leaders who model calm create cultures of competence. Teams mirror the tone of the top. When executives refrain from complaining, employees learn to channel challenges upward as data, not drama. By contrast, workplaces steeped in complaint reinforce stagnation. Conversations loop around blame instead of solutions. Wealth building requires velocity and optimism, an atmosphere incompatible with cycles of dissatisfaction. The rich curate their environment like an investor curates a portfolio of ideas. The wealthy also view struggle differently. Every inconvenience is a potential moat, a barrier competitors won't cross. Complaining signals willingness to quit, perseverance signals capability. Each obstacle thereby filters the field, granting the consistent few exclusive advantage. Historically, generational wealth endures because families instill emotional governance early. Heirs are taught to observe before reacting, to internalize discipline before dialogue. Complaining violates lineage codes built to preserve legacies, because emotion disrupts the architecture of continuity. In the corridors of influence, people remember impressions, not incidents. A calm response during crisis cements credibility for decades. The rich function as brand custodians of their own character, aware that self-regulation amplifies both financial and social capital. Digital culture, with its constant commentary and outrage, tempts the masses to vent instantly. The rich, however, preserve a private processing delay. They think before posting, pause before reacting. That microgap between trigger and talk safeguards reputation and focus. Complaining gives the illusion of participation while achieving nothing. It's participation without progress. Wealthy individuals seek measurable outcomes, not emotional performances. They understand that public venting rarely creates real influence. Action, not expression, dictates destiny. Consider the emotional footprint of excessive complaining. It breeds fatigue, cynicism, and shrinking networks. Successful people actively prune these patterns from their lives. They curate their inputs, content, company, conversation, to sustain ambition unpolluted by negativity. Psychologically, gratitude operates as the inverse of complaint. The rich amplify gratitude to expand cognitive resourcefulness. Gratitude invites action, complaint invites paralysis. The wealth mindset consciously installs gratitude as software to keep their neural economy efficient. Cost of complaining extends beyond emotion, it limits opportunity recognition. When focus locks on injustice or frustration, the mind misses possibility. Wealthy achievers train perception to detect openings, not obstacles. Pattern recognition, not pity, becomes their most bankable habit. At the core, the difference isn't money, it's mindset. Anyone can adopt this principle. Shift from narration of problems to navigation of solutions. Replace complaint with curiosity, and life reorganizes itself around progress instead of pity. Wealth begins long before fortune.